Today we have communication power at our fingertips, and it is easier than ever before and as cheap as ever to talk with your long distance partner. Now let's face it, many years ago you had to wait for a letter or limit how long you could talk on the phone because the costs racked up. So now there is no denying that long distance relationships, LDRs for short, are still hard. Even though you can get to see your partner on video calls pretty much 3 times a day if you wanted, it doesn't mean it replaces the real romance. And in today's video, we have some tips that will help you survive an LDR, a long distance relationship, and keep the passion burning. My name is Anna, and before you go anywhere, give us a like and stay tuned. The most important thing in this video is the distance needs to be temporary. You both need to have a long-term plan where you will end up being together permanently. Maybe you have decided which location you will live in, and when you have enough money to move over there, apply for a citizenship, wait for COVID to finish, whatever it may be in your partner's country. If you are not having the conversations of actually being together officially towards the end of the year or the months, then it's probably not worth continuing the relationship. You both need to have shared values and interests and be the best versions of yourselves and ready to commit, just like any relationship, but more so in this one. You need to have something to look forwards to. Now, the biggest doubt that you will have in a long distance relationship is that uncertainty of what the other person is doing, who they are with, who they're talking to. Are they hooking up with someone without letting me know? Yes, it's a horrible, traumatic feeling. And if they haven't texted you good morning like they usually do, you're gonna think, well, this is it, they've ghosted me, the relationship is completely over. Now, you both need to be doing something that keeps you both excited. It could be looking forward to the next time that you guys are able to see each other, celebrating a work promotion together, or even the new expansion pack of a game that you and your partner play together. You need to be able to grow in any relationship, and this looking forwards to something that will happen in the future is vital for every relationship, but just a little bit more for the LDR relationships. You have to trust them. It's a constant thing hanging over your head that your partner is living a second life away from you, and it can cause a lot of toxic characteristics to form. You will find yourself double-checking who is in the photos they post online, who like the photos, and asking who the new person is without trying to sound too forwards and getting a full explanation of where they've been, with who, at what time, because anyone will come across as a threat. Now, absence makes the heart grow fonder, they say. Some can say it can cause a lot of insecurities, so you need to be able to trust that your partner is yours and only yours, and that there is nothing to worry about. It is super easy to jump to conclusions when we hear the name of someone we don't recognize when they are telling us about the new promotion they've taken at work, but you need to stop filling in those gaps. Stop the passive-aggressive behavior and the constant grilling of questions. And if you have doubts about the relationship, you have to be open to your partner. Now, it's a very common conversation topic that is brought up with the LDRs, that both partners need to overcompensate the distance by giving compliments and keeping in touch, but not being over the top with this, with the communication, because that will bring us to the next tip. Don't make communication a chore. If one person in the LDR is more of the anxious attachment type that depends on those regular calls and routine texts, they can easily get upset if that partner cannot make the regular video call due to possibly work commitments, being tired, etc. Now, a long distance relationship is no different to a close relationship. If you guys are always calling and always texting, then things can get a bit stale and very boring quickly, so you need a little bit of mystery. So communicate with your long distance partner when you actually feel like it. Don't make them feel that it's a chore to respond to you. If it turns out that you guys suddenly go a couple of days without talking, let me tell you, this is very normal in these relationships, because at the start of the relationship you may FaceTime each other until you both fall asleep. But as the relationship matures, which it will, and that honeymoon phase ends, which happens to every relationship, the conversations can seem a little boring after a while. So instead of forcing those awkward silences and filling in the gaps with unnecessary calls, remember, the more mystery that you can create by letting your partner think, it's been 3 days since we last spoke. I cannot stop thinking about what she's getting up to. I'm going to ring her in 2 seconds. Communicate with different ways. The bog standard thing will be, I will just video call and chat on the phone. Now, depending on different time differences, it can be tough to schedule in those regular video calls on the weekday. For example, if your evening time is their lunchtime, it's pretty hard. And 2020 brings us the best social time ever. Well, I'm kidding. We are locked indoors and really have discovered how to keep in touch with the important people in our lives in many fun ways. You can explore sending emails, video chats, texts, or one of my personal favourites, gaming together. Now, being able to have fun and play games with your LDR keeps the excitement going. And if you are very gaming minded, RPGs are the best because you can both focus on building an empire together, or maybe creating a farm if something that's your fancy, and it gives yourself a project to complete with your partner. Or if Cluedo or Words with Friends and online card games is your thing, then perfect. Find what works for you to both stay in touch and have fun. Communication is not always about chatting on the phone. Keep the passion burning. Building romantic tension is a sure way to keep things exciting in the relationship. It helps bond you guys emotionally and gets you both excited to communicate with each other again. So send each other innuendos throughout the day, call each other with a provocative mindset, you know where we're going, and video call each other during those passionate moments if you dare. Do not do things that you know will upset your partner. Just because your partner doesn't see you physically doesn't mean you are single and that you can act like you are single, because you can still upset someone many, many miles away. So an example would be, before you go out on a night out with new friends that your partner has never met and you've never mentioned them before, tell your partner, let them know, because it's obvious that both you and your partner's ears will always prick up at the thought of you each mentioning a new person that kind of comes along in that person's life. So be mindful of this and reassure your partner when needed that they are the only one for you and that you were just hanging out for some drinks with some guys or girls, whatever it may be. Have common interests. Something lots of people don't consider, but watch a new series together, say on Skype, read a book, listen to an album, or watch a movie, and you both do it at the same time. And this gives you guys something to look forwards to and to talk about, just like every regular couple would do. It creates that shared experience and it builds memories even when you guys are not together. Send regular gifts. Giving your partner something to remember you by during the distance is so cute, and it offers that reassurance that the relationship is stable and okay. And if you do have the chance to send a small gift, a physical one, or even an online subscription to something, this will secure your bond and get you both excited and really appreciate each other's kindness. Learn to enjoy your alone time. You guys may never have this opportunity again. Yes, you can say that the LDR is a negative opportunity, but try to see the positives. It offers you that chance to work on yourself and still have your partner. Now, most relationships struggle when one person has to improve themselves in some way because it takes a lot of focus. And then to still keep a relationship going is hard work. Plus, if you guys have to spend the next 60 years together and you are only going to be apart for 1 year, then I'm sure a lot of happily married couples will tell you this exact sentence. Make the most of the distance and enjoy that time away from them whilst you can. This is time for you to take on a new hobby, delve into self-development and anything that will build you into a stronger person so that you are much stronger for your partner. And like we said before, if you are able to grow as a person with your time away from your partner, it gives you new things to talk about. For example, if you say to your partner, I'm going to go to the gym now and possibly compete in bikini modeling in the next year. And it turns out your partner's going to think, this is something different. This is mystery. I like this. The passion is still burning. You want to have something which keeps you exciting. Now, I hope this video has really helped. I understand long distance relationships are very hard, but hopefully this video has made things a little bit easier. So try and focus on all of these tips if you can to really give you guys the best opportunity to have a fulfilling relationship once you guys are apart. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments. Give us a huge like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. See you soon.